Welcome back to Morning Barbados, and we are continuing. We are going to the parish of St. Michael. Where are you from? St. Michael. All right, so we're going to say good morning to Gregory Blenman. He's the chairperson of the St. Michael Parish Independence Committee, and deputy chairperson is Princess Best. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Well, I have to say, the St. Michael Parish Independence Committee seems to be unusually active. You're having something. What's going on? What is going on? Tell me about it.
Well, it's good to be here this morning. Thanks again to having St. Michael Parish Independence Committee on Morning Barbados. This morning when I woke up and tuned in, and I heard your headline saying that electricity bills will definitely be going up. And then following that, we had one of our partners on board, Mr. James Husbands from Solar Dynamics. We felt that we were right in the right place, and we chose the right morning to be here.
Well, I thought you were going to say you turned your TV off immediately.
No, definitely not.
Oh, okay.
Definitely not.
Happy to hear that.
We are working in that area this morning, and our project this year is called Operation Solar, Illuminating the Past, Powering the Future.
Nice.
And the aim and object, Princess will tell you a lot about our project, but the aim and object of our project is to help Barbadians to understand how they can conserve energy, save on those light bills that they're paying and complaining so many times about.
Well, indeed, and you know, for a moment there, I sort of forgot how close the Parish Independence Gala and everything is, but it's still a bit of an early start, or is this how you usually get into your projects?
Well, we usually have to start from the beginning of the year because we have to put forward outlines, we have to do regular status report updates, and we're also judged throughout the year leading up to the Spirit of a Nation show.
You have a major project, don't you?
So the points leading up from that project is what each parish goes into the Spirit of a Nation show with, which will more or less determine who will become the most outstanding parish ambassadors for the said year.
So you don't get away by being a last-minute person. You have to slug straight through it all the way through the year. So where are you now? What point are you at?
Well, right now we are basically in preparation for our project launch. It will be launching this Sunday at the Ann Gill Memorial Church for 9 o'clock. So everyone in St. Michael is welcome to come. Please come. Yes, and we're white, which is our color, which is the parish color. But preceding the actual launch itself, we have been doing a lot of work. We are working with 3 target groups this year, the differently abled institutions. We are working with the elderly, and we're also working with the small businesses in St. Michael. But essentially, we are also trying to include the majority of the parishioners in St. Michael as well. The project basically is an evolution of energy, so we're dealing with past, present, and future. So in the aspect of the elderly, they will somehow encompass the past aspect of it. We're hoping to illuminate how things were in their prime before they had the convenience of a light switch or a refrigerator. And we are working with most of the elderly homes in St. Michael. Yesterday we visited the Peace Haven home, and we got a wealth of information from persons who were within the age range of 84 to 100. We had a centenarian there, and they were really aware of the 3-foot pot, the coal pot, the crank iron sewing machine. They gave us a whole wealth of information.
Were you all also able to get any artifacts? Were you able to collect
Actually,
them?
one of the nurses there, she still has her crank machine, and she has an iron. That's Miss Morrell. Good morning to you if you're watching. And she has actually given us permission to come and take some pictures of it, and hopefully she will lend us some for judging so the judges can see how things were back then.
So you guys are basically looking at the times from larder to the fridge then?
It is so true. We're looking at him from the ice box to the deep freeze.
I tell you.
So that encompasses the past. In terms of present, we are mostly focusing on conservation. We're dealing with ways in which you can conserve energy in your home. And we are also trying to highlight certain things that you can encompass that will help you to bring down your actual energy bill. And then we are moving on from there into the futuristic aspect, where we're focusing on solar energy as well as biodiesel. And we're hoping, we're collecting some used cooking oil, used vegetable oil from the small businesses in St. Michael, as well as some of the parishioners who have like small corner shops where they fry their chips and their chickens and so on. Yes, we're collecting their oil, which we're taking to a refinery. We are selling it, but it's for a good cause, because with the money's gained, we're hoping to buy some materials to have a solar panel made, and we want to have the children from the Ann Hill School, the Irvin Wilson School, and hopefully the Nightingale Children's Home, because we would like to give the solar panel to each particular institution that I just stated.
Excellent.
This is a fantastic project.
That's what I think
whose brainchild was it? How did you come up with it?
Well, we've selected a project committee which is chaired by Denzel Sandiford. Princess is responsible for that committee, so that's why, and she does most of the work with regards to getting things on board and making sure that the outlines are in place and so on. But basically, the project is underway. We are working extremely hard. We have partnered with Light and Power this year, despite that we're trying to cut some of their income.
But they're also trying to encourage Barbadians to use the alternative energy sources.
Yeah, so with that in mind, we are also having our project month, our Parish month coming up next month, August, and we have a number of things planned. And one of those things are a panel discussion, which we hope to get similar people like Mr. Thompson, who was on this morning, who has a wealth of knowledge on cutting energy and showing Barbadians how not only St. Michael as a whole, but Barbados as a whole, how they can cut back and save some of these dollars that they spend in electricity.
Well, I guess it's a natural, or it should be a natural thing for St. Michael to lead the way in this aspect, being, I suppose, one of the more densely populated areas in the country, and perhaps one of the areas where a lot of energy is used up.
But on most years, what we find, what is our plus is sometimes our Achilles heel too, because being that St. Michael is so populated, it is hard to reach everyone. We really have to plan our walkthroughs very systematically, and we have to try a lot of different things in order to get the word out to the persons within St. Michael. So even though it's highly populated, it's sometimes hard. Okay, understood. It's a lot to cover. So the parish ambassadors then, tell us about your delegates for this year and how it's been going for them.
Well, we have to find young people in Crystal, Providence and Kerry Rollins, and it's going pretty good. They're young to the program. They come on board, and especially Kerry, he's on board only for the first time.
Is that a picture of him?
And he's doing very well. They're fully committed to the program. They're spending most of the days, every day for the week. Well, Princess is the person who's responsible, and she's got them out there every single day for the week. The attendant, Maria Mapp, also has a heavy task to play this year because they're involved in a lot more things. They've been doing something almost every day to keep themselves accurate, to spread the word around. Our outreach program is mostly important where this is concerned.
Well, we're so proud of the fact that you have hit the ground running and you seem to have everything sorted. And while we will not lose sight of the fact that this is a competition, these are things that average people can do. I mean, we've been talking energy conservation all morning, and I like the idea of collecting the used oil and passing it on. I know you want to make sure you keep the edge, but both of you, any tips for our viewers who think that, oh, that's just for the engineers, I don't know how to do it? You're average people doing extraordinary work, so maybe you can give some tips on how average people can do this work as well. Well, in terms of, for instance, the whole aspect of biodiesel, there are a lot of refineries in Barbados. For example, there's Paradise Green Energy. It's based in St. Philip. And this institution, this actually pays you for your used oil. And I wouldn't want to say all Barbadians, but I know most Barbadians, including my household before. After we've done fried our fish, because my mother and my father worked in the fishing industry, so we get a lot of fish. We usually just take the oil, put it in a mayonnaise bottle when it cools, and throw it in the corner of the yard. Or sometimes you even throw it down the grease drain or so on and so forth. Which creates its own problems later on. Exactly. So what you can do, even if you just bottle it in the same mayonnaise bottle or Ovaltine tin or anything along those lines, as soon as you got a certain amount built up, because they pay you per liter. But after it builds up, you can just take it on and you can get away, take it on to one of the refineries, and that is a way for you to actually bring in income while getting rid of a waste that can be recycled for better usage and cleaner usage, because biodiesel is extremely clean when you compare it to standard diesel, and you can use it to operate generators for your popcorn around Christmas time. You can use it in your vehicles. You can use it for most anything, because it's an energy source and it's a clean energy source. Indeed. Gregory, have you found anything that you've learned in this process? Maybe you've found that you've changed the way you've lived your life while the research for this project has been going on?
Very much so. Basically, especially with the oil system, every inch of oil that you got at home, I tend to store now. And I want to encourage people in St. Michael especially, because this is a St. Michael project, but Barbados by the whole. Feel free, if you have any oil you want to dispose of, you can give us a call. You can reach us through the Secretariat at 436-960, or you can call me myself at 436-6990, or you can call me at 251-1515. That's my cell, always on. This is the only moment it's probably off because I'm on here. But basically, you can call us. We are willing to collect it from you, any part of Barbados, whether you're in St. Lucie or St. Philip. Call us, we'll come collect it from you, and we're putting the funds to that. The good news, because we're trying to get some solar voltaic panels in place for some of the most important institutions. Those elderly people who we are willing to assist, those guys have played their part already. Yes. So we can only do ours now.
Thank you very much, Gregory Blenman and Princess Bess, Chairperson and Deputy Chairperson of the St. Michael Parish Independence Committee. Their project is illuminating the past, powering the future. They're launching it on Sunday, 9 o'clock at the Angill Methodist Church in Fairfield. Make sure and check it out if you can. We'll be back with more on Morning Barbados.